10 seconds. Well, not long ago, the Piqua Indians were regular participants in postseason play, but they missed the last 2 years. With just 2 wins, the Indians hit the home stretch of the 2025 season. The next 4 games will determine whether they play an 11th game at minimum. Despite their record, they have some terrific individual performances. Sophomore quarterback Chris Davis has developed into one of the top quarterbacks in the league with 749 yards passing. His top target is Rashawn Garrett with 35 catches for 435 yards. That's ranked 3rd. Debo Nisley is 4th in the league in rushing, despite not moving to the running back position until the 3rd game of the year. The defense is led by Zayden Allen with 67 tackles, 2nd best in the NBL. Defensive back Keaton Bolden, he's tied for the league lead in interceptions with 3. Tonight they take on Fairborn, a team with almost no one near the top in statistical categories, but with a 4-2 record. Quarterback Dalen Switzer doesn't pass that much, but is good when he does. Wesley Roller is his top pass catcher, while Zaire Cabot leads the rushing attack. If the Piqua Indians are to make the postseason, it's got to start tonight. Fairborn at Piqua, homecoming here at Alexander Stadium. And we have it for you live on 98.1 and 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation YouTube channel. With the coach Brian Gillespie, my name is Tom Michaels, and amazingly, last Friday, you were in New York City for the Ryder Cup. Well, what were you doing? You were watching the 42-21 loss to Xenia on our internet broadcast. What did you see?
Well, I kept tabs on it, and it was, Xenia's tough. That Xenia team is better than probably what most expected, at coming off of losing a lot of good players. And it was turnovers at the end of the day. Turnovers cost Piqua big time in that game. Otherwise, the result may have been different.
Well, you mentioned it. Chris Davis, his numbers not bad last week, except for that one category, 3 interceptions. He had just 1 coming into that game. What was the difference there?
I tell you what, Xenia has some good, solid defense, and he made some mistakes that he doesn't usually make. Quick throws, things like that. He's got to clear the deck a little bit in his brain and get back to doing what he's been doing all season long, and that's making plays this week.
Well, Debo Nisley had his first off night at running back, just 65 yards. In the 3 previous games, he had been over 130, 150, and then over 200 yards. Did Xenia key in on Debo, and what was their defense overall? Just that good?
I just feel like, I think teams that's going to happen every week. Even when they played West Carrollton a couple weeks ago, they were stacking the lane, the running lanes, and really trying to make it. Now, Debo had some big runs in that game, but a lot early in the first half, they really made it difficult for him. And I think every team down the stretch, they're going to make Chris Davis beat them by trying to shut down Debo Nisley.
Now, what do the Indians need to do to get on the right track now for the playoffs?
Well, it's just consistency in the passing game. It's kind of been their thing this year. It's been inconsistent timing, things like that. From week to week, they've had solid passing games, but they haven't had that consistent, hey, we're on the same page all night long type of game. And if I'm being honest, their schedule down the stretch is very, very friendly, and they're right there in the thick of things. If they can win some games, get a little help from some other places, 12 is definitely within reason. They've got Stebbins and Fairborn, both very winnable games of people who are in front of them in those rankings, and it all starts tonight.
I mentioned some of the top performers for the Indians. Are there just some glaring holes there that just can't be filled at this point?
Well, I think you just have you have a good middle of the road solid team. Now, when they play great opponents, they're usually a little out of their depth. But with the rest of their schedule, I mean, that's all within reason. They could win out if they do everything right down the stretch.
Well, we're in our pregame here. It is Piqua and Fairborn. It is homecoming. We'll have on TV those ceremonies come out for you at halftime. But right now, we're going to take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at the Fairborn Skyhawks. We'll do that after this 2-minute break. So 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation Station.
Please welcome and stand for the Pride of Piqua Marching Band as they play the Piqua fight song in Alma Mater.
Have gone out of business. Rick Muzzy made sure that this one not only stayed in business, but it stayed local. Local personalities, local news, local sports. And we now miss the guidance and the friendship of Rick Muzzy. So we will try to continue on with his legacy and try and do as much as we can to make this the radio station that he would want it to be. We're getting ready for tonight's game here. The Piqua Indians against the Fairborn Skyhawks. For the Skyhawks, they come in with a record of 4-2, 3-2 in the NBL Valley. 176 points they have scored. They have given up 139. We mentioned they are led by Dalen Switzer, the quarterback. He's 36 of 64. 56%, 528 yards, 6 touchdowns, just a couple of interceptions there. But they tend to depend on the running game. And Zaire Cavett is the man there. 5'9", 185-pound senior running back, 65 for 391 with a long of 92 yards this year and 9 touchdowns. We've seen him before. He's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a good, solid running game. Piqua's going to need to key on that and force them into a passing situation as much as possible tonight.
We take a look also. We've got a good kicker in Wesley Roller. He is 20-23 on extra points for this year. He is also their punter. Last week, next week, they will be home with Xenia, but last week they played West Carrollton, and they were able to hold West Carrollton to a minus 24 yards on 21 rushes. All of Fairborn's points that we won towards the first half of this game. They had 12 and a half tackles for losses. And there's time. It was a messy game. Let me tell you that. A combined 21 penalties for 203 yards. That's one thing for the Piqua Indians. After 12 penalties in the first game against Lima Senior, I think they have not had more than 4 in any game since then.
Yeah, they've been a little bit sharper, a little bit more focused on that end, and that's winning football. You know, if they can get the, you know, if they can keep that going down the stretch, that'll be a very positive thing for them.
Well, when we come back, we'll have tonight's play-by-play, the first quarter, Fairborn and Piqua here on homecoming for the Indians. We'll have that for you right after this on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and for all who have served and are currently serving, we ask that if you are able to please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Okay, come back when you can. And back we come to Alexander Stadium Park Field for tonight's homecoming game between the Piqua Indians and the Fairborn Skyhawks. Piqua Indians looking for their third win of the year. The officials for tonight's game, the referee is Thomas Perchman, Scott Bistrick, the linesman, the line judge, Richie Moody. William Dawson is the umpire, back judge, Brian Kramer, and center judge, Julian Bosselman. The coin toss was won by Fairborn. They declined to the second half. In Piqua, they are going to receive and defend the north goal, or on TV, the goal to our left. Back deep for the Piqua Indians. We are going to see Rayshawn Garrett and Debo Nisley. The kicker is Wesley Roller. So Piqua out there in their navy tops with the white pants, numerals, trim, and the navy helmets. Meanwhile, white with kind of that sky blue. It's actually it is navy blue and Columbia blue the colors for Fairborn, and their numbers are that kind of light sky blue. So about ready to get going here. Wesley Roller is going to be taking the ball from the official, kicking off from the 40-yard line from right to left. Happy to have you along here. Reminder, tonight's game on radio brought to you by Arbogast Ford, Alley & Company, Moore's Comfort Systems, and Melcher Sowers Funeral Home. We are all ready to go. There's the kick. It is going to be a short kick taken by one of the up men at the 22-yard line. It is brought ahead and finally wrestled out of bounds. That is Zayden Allen. So decent field position here for the Piqua Indians on not a long kick there by the Skyhawks.
Yeah, I don't suggest doing that too often because I think they got surprised that Zayden Allen is right there. He's a very competent runner, and he just carried a couple defenders about 5 yards right there.
Keaton Fisher is wide to the near side. In the slot on the near side, that is going to be Rayshawn Garrett. On the far side, slot man Jay Hancock. Mason Thompson, I should say, is the man on the right side. They come to the near side as the quarterback is going to keep it, Chris Davis. Davis has only rushed 29 times this year and only has 22 yards to show for it, but he'll pick up about 3 yards on that one to bring up a 2nd down and 7.
Looked like you wanted a short pass there and there was nothing available. Fairborn's moving their defenders around, trying to give them trouble for where guys are coming from here.
Debo Nisley is the back. They send Rayshawn Garrett from right to left. Once again, keeping the ball. Here's Chris Davis, and this time he is going to take it asunder for a loss. Chris Davis, who last week against Xenia, 17 of 25 for 203 yards. A couple of touchdowns, but he did have the 2 interceptions. So he actually got the ball back to the line of scrimmage. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. Jay Hancock is coming out of the game as they're going to switch now Rayshawn Garrett to the left side, and he'll be in a slot there. They'll line up now with the single back, Debo Nisley, to the left of the quarterback, Davis. Davis back to pass. He's under pressure, runs ahead, tries to get away from one, and gets across the 40 down to the 41-yard line, but he is taken down by Roman Smith, the linebacker, 5'9", 180-pound junior. That's going to bring up a 4th down. Chris Davis is going to move back into the punting position.
Tell you what, all 3 of those passes, Fairborn gave him nothing to throw to, and he had to bail and run with the ball. So that's Fairborn it appears their strategy is to try to mix and match and try to blitz and things like that to confuse him, and it was successful in that first drive.
Chris Davis, they fake it once again. That's the 3rd time they've done it this year. That is the 3rd time it's been successful. It comes back to Zayden Allen. He gets it down to the 32-yard line. And oh my goodness, they have run that play 3 times. And what's a little bit different than what you see a lot of times, they'll go ahead, snap it back to the quarterback or to the punter. In this case, they actually snap it to a blocker, and they go to Zayden Allen, and it's the play that has worked for them. And so it'll be a 1st and 10 now for the Indians. The ball at the 33-yard line. They'll give it Debo Nisley. His first time, bounces off a couple of men. Second effort gives him the run down to the 27-yard line.
Those type of fake punts, and you can change the dynamics of a game. Even this early, you change the whole momentum. Suddenly they get 6 on 1st down on that run.
2 men wide left, Rayshawn Garrett to the right. Jensvold in motion. They hand the ball once again. Debo Nisley, he's going to be taken back for a bit of a loss.
Fairborn did a nice job of jamming the gaps on that and run blitzing on that play.
He does get it down to the 28-yard line, so he loses a yard on the play. In the slot on the left side is going to be Keaton Fisher.
I'm guessing they're definitely in 4-down territory here, so you might see a run on 3rd down.
Chris Davis calls out the signals out of the gun. He's going to keep the ball as he fakes it. He falls ahead down to the 26-yard line before he is stopped. Coming in there, Tristan Wang, the defensive back, at 6 foot, 165. He's a junior.
I think Fairborn's determined to sit on those short routes and force him to beat them long. So I think Piqua's going to have to do some hitch and goes or something to try to beat this secondary.
Mason Thompson is the wide receiver on the left. Then you got the slot man there in Keaton Fisher, and we're going to have a timeout called here by Piqua. 30-second break, 7:50 to go. First quarter, no score. Fairborn and Piqua, 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station. Piqua comes out of the timeout. It's a 4th and 3, 7:50 to go, first quarter. They're going to send Jensvold in motion to the right. They're going to give it to the running back. That is Aiden Allen. Allen down to the 21-yard line. Good for the first down for the Piqua Indians. As the clock hits 7:45 left to go, first quarter. Piqua, who had the drive apparently stalling out, but then the fake punt has continued it on. Once again, Jensvold, this time to the left. The back. Here's Aiden Allen. He's down to the 10. He heads to the outside. 5. Touchdown, Piqua. Zayden Allen. Beautiful run that time by Zayden Allen. In the last couple of weeks, they've been switching a few things up, trying to give others besides Debo Nisley a chance out there. And right there, we saw it. Zayden Allen. Zayden Allen, that is his second rushing touchdown of the year. Gavin Larger on. The hold by Jace Palmer. The ball is up and good. 7:26 left to go, first quarter. And the Piqua Indians lead Fairborn 7-0. Well, kickoff countdown drops on Tuesdays on 98.1 WPTW.com. Also on the WPTW Facebook page. Brought to you by Arbogast Ford in Troy. And on radio tomorrow, Minnesota and Ohio State. That's a 6 p.m. pregame on WPTW. Hope everybody will join us for that. That's one thing. With so many different networks carrying college football, you never know where it's going to wind up on TV, but you always know it's going to wind up Ohio State on WPTW. So the Piqua Indians early in this ball game with a 7-0 lead on Fairborn and pulling out the trickery, but not necessarily unexpected from what we've seen this year.
No, I mean, Fairborn may not have watched too much video leading up to this because they got him with another fake punt, and I'd have been ready for that one if I was the Skyhawks. And then they went for it on 4th and 3 and got that on a running play. So well done by the Piqua Indians there to pick up that momentum after that fake punt.
Gavin Larger to kick it off, left to right. It's going to come down at the 3-yard line. Be picked up, run to the far side of the field, and finally taken down at the 25-yard line. So we're going to see now Fairborn, their first time with the ball in this game. And the ball right there at the 25. Piqua Indians, under 34th year head coach Bill Neese. Larry Cox is the coach of the Skyhawks. He's in his 4th year here, but he is certainly a veteran. Go through some of his previous stops before. Empty backfield for the quarterback, Dalen Switzer. He's going to throw it over here on the near side. It is incomplete, looking for Rico Smith. Hit him off the hands, hit him in the bad place. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Now they certainly are lining up here, or lined up that time like they're a big-time passing team. They're going to have the spread here, send a man in motion. They faked it. No, they give it to the man, and once again they go to Rico Smith, who is spun to the turf. Coming up there with the stop, that's Landon Sullenberger. Now, we saw Landon get hurt a 3 weeks ago, and I don't think that we have seen him since then. And right there, coming in there for the stop, it's a pickup of 3 and a 3rd down.
He makes a huge difference for this Piqua defense.
He's just a freshman. Back to pass, here looking, and the ball is complete. Far side of the field. Once again going over there, and looks like they go for Rico Smith one more time. But it's a 1st down here for Fairborn. Both of these teams in Division II. Fairborn is ahead of Piqua in the standings right now. Piqua has to get up there into that top 12 to make the playoffs this year. Quarterback on a delay.
Option.
Gets the ball over to the man on the far side. And with those numbers, it is very difficult to be able to pick them up over there on that far side. I think that was Wesley Roller.
I think Cavett had the rush there on the fake. He got the pitch. That was a nice play, though, on the option. I don't know why more teams don't run option plays.
Man in motion, they give it to him. He runs to the near side, and this time he's going to be dragged out of bounds. And it's going to be
too much.
Rico Smith is the man. But there's going to be a flag here on the Indians because they were too far out of bounds when he threw him to the ground.
Yeah, it was just unnecessary contact there. He grabbed him and just threw him hard to the ground for no reason.
Personal foul. Number 21 on the defense, 15-yard penalty, result, 1st down.
Now, you don't see Keaton Bolden making mistakes like that very often. 6:19 to go. 1st quarter. Piqua 7, Fairborn nothing. Fairborn on the march. The ball down to the 26. On the near side, that's Wesley Roller. Man in the slot, Caden Blakely. The running back, Zaire Cavett. 2 men to the right. Here's Blakely with the ball. Nope, quarterback keeps it. He's going to get it down, and should be a 1st down coming up here.
John Hess
In on the stop is John Hess.
Just short, it looked like. He's about a half of a football away.
So a spot that favors the Piqua Indians there. 2nd and short coming up. Once again, they're going to give it to one of the backs.
Caden Blakely.
And that is Caden Blakely, 5'9", 175-pound junior. They've got about 3 players who have put up appreciable numbers as far as their rushing is concerned for the Skyhawks team. Quick hitter on the right side. It is complete. Rico Smith again. Well, he's the guy that has been targeted mostly here in the early part of this ball game. He came into the game with 10 catches for 169 yards. Picks up 5 yards on that one. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. Inside 5 minutes to go, 1st quarter. Piqua with a 7-0 lead. They give it to the running back.
Zaire Cavett, your ball carrier.
Zaire Cavett with the ball. The 5'9", 185-pound senior. And he is their leading rusher. Came into the game with 391 yards.
Tell you what, they make it difficult on you. This Fairborn offense does by spreading you out and then running it on a light box. And they've been able to get a light box here as they've been running the ball and getting some pretty good yardage right up the middle.
Landon Brown now into the game as one of the down linemen. Full house backfield. Blakely with the ball. He's going to be spun to the turf by John Hess. Taken down for a loss back there. That's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now that time they went full house backfield and brought everybody in between the tackles, and that was not very successful against that Piqua defense.
So the ball back to the 6-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down and 2. Well, we saw the Piqua Indians last week come up with a big goal line stand. This is not right at the goal line, but this would be a big stand if they could get it. Here's Switzer under center. And now Fairborn's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Fairborn.
Well, Larry Cox, the coach of the Skyhawks,
When the plans
he
finally
started out
make it
as
out of
a
the
head
group
coach
chat, it calls for extra fries,
for the
zero regrets,
freshmen
and stories
there
that
in
make
his
you
alma
say,
mater,
I should
Hamilton
do
Bates.
this more often.
And
House rule number 63.
And he's got
Never
kind of an
miss a girls'
interesting
Submarine House is your
here
home for subs, sports, and
because
spirits.
he was head coach
Whether you're
of
out
4
with the
different
family
teams,
or catching up with
4 different varsity teams
the
before he
Curls,
came on
our
to
house is
Fairborn.
your house.
But
Sub house.
it was just 2
House
years
rules.
at Bellbrook, 2 years at Talawanda, 1 year at Franklin. But in between all that, 21 years at Lakota West, as he is the one who got that program started there. Now he is in his 4th year with the Skyhawks. He's also very much a noted track and field coach. We come out now, a 4th and 2, 3:26 left in the first. 7-0 Piqua the score. Once again, full house backfield. Switzer under center. Switzer calls the signals. Switzer trying to draw the Indians, and he's got the first down. And so he's going to get it down there. So they're going to have 4 chances to get the ball in now from within the 3-yard line. As the official has trouble finding the ball, it was at his feet. So 1st and goal to go now for the Skyhawks. Again, full house backfield. They're going to go with the back on the right side, and he's going to be short of getting that ball in. The ball carrier is Caden Blakely, and the man who stops him is Luke Jensvold, the freshman defensive lineman, 6'1", 220-pounder.
They're inside the 1 here, so it's not going to take much for that big quarterback. As if you're Piqua, you just try to stuff the inside because they're going to go quarterback sneak more than likely here.
Again, 3 across on the backfield. The quarterback,
Oh,
Switzer.
no. Handoff.
Switzer
Slow.
gives the ball here. Zaire Cabot.
Zaire Cabot, the ball carrier.
And he is short once again.
I'm surprised. That was a slow and an awkward play there by Fairborn. Did not get a good push up front thanks to that big Piqua interior line.
All on the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. Clock continues to roll. Inside 2 minutes to go in the first. Blakely is the back on the left this time. They go with the back on the right, who is tripped up there. Oh, big time play that time by Zayden Allen. They're going to lose a couple of yards on the play. Back to the 3-yard line, and it'll be 4th and goal.
Busted in there through the line. What a play right there.
Zayden Allen, 2nd in the league with 67 tackles coming into this ball game.
They're going to kick it from here.
That would be a bit of a surprise. So they are lining up.
They're running out of time. They're going to have to call their 2nd time out of the game, too, here.
Yep.
Nope. Still kicked it. He missed.
Oh, off the left upright.
And no good.
Interesting decision. They ran the kicking team all on. Well, there was somebody that did not get the message, had to run out there and got out there late. They're flying to try to get it. It was a quick snap with like 1 second left on the clock. I don't know why they didn't use a timeout there. You hit 3.5, but they decided to try to rush it, and it turned out about what you would think when you're trying to rush a kick.
So the Piqua Indians take over. They'll have it 1st and 10, and the ball will be out at the 20-yard line. So, second week in a row, we have seen the Piqua Indians have a nice little goal line stand.
Did I miss the memo? I must have missed the memo on the, hey, if you miss a field goal, the ball gets moved out to the 20. Oh, touch.
So now here the ball comes out. It is
The ball carrier.
Debo Nisley with the ball. He picks up about a yard on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 9. Late in the first quarter. 2 wideouts to the left. Lone back is Nisley. Tight end on the left side. Here we go. Nisley tries to go to the outside, and he is tripped up. Getting a hand on him was Almari Bird. 39 tackles, 3 sacks, and 4 tackles for losses for the big guy, 6'2", 230 pounds, a senior linebacker. He is their leading tackler. That time he just barely got a hand on him, but enough to take Debo Nisley down. That brings up a 3rd down and 10 as he loses the yard he gained on the first play. And that is going to do it for the first quarter. 7-0. Piqua with the lead. They still have the ball when we come back for the second period. Coming up after this 1-minute break on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation station.
We'd have to get it on video. Yeah.
Back to pass on 3rd and 10. Going long, looking on the far side. That is incomplete. Looking for Rayshon Garrett on that far side of the field.
Tell you what, you couldn't put it in a better spot.
But he was double covered.
He was double covered. He had a step on his defenders, both of them, and he just couldn't reel it in. That ball was right on the money right there.
So Chris Davis is going to go back to punt. I bet he does this time, as he is deep in his own end. He'll be standing right now at about the 5 or 6 yard line. Should be Rico Smith back to receive this one. Good snap. Nice punt once again. This ball is going to take a Piqua roll down across the 35 to the 33, and that is where it is going to be downed. And we'll see Fairborn, who came very close to a touchdown last time, and then settled for a field goal try and missed it. And Fairborn, trailing it by 7-0, will have the ball for the second time in this game. Tonight's game on radio brought to you by Piqua Battery, Smitty's Bicycle and Lockness Services, Sunset Meats, and Piqua Lumber. Piqua out there in their navy tops with the white pants and numbers. White with a Columbia blue number for Fairborn. With a single back, and now here's the first penalty of the game against the Piqua Indians. That one
Encroaching on the defense, 5-yard penalty.
is going to go against Landon Brown. He jumped there. So that'll move the ball up 5 yards. It'll be a 1st and 5 with the ball now on the 38-yard line. And all sorts of flags are coming out this time.
I don't know. They look like they were shifting, but then somebody.
Dead ball, false start on the offense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So all of this and all we've done is go back to the original line of scrimmage. 11:37 left to go in the half. 7-0. Piqua the lead. They scored that on a rush by Zayden Allen. Fairborn in absolute no hurry. They line up with 2 men wide to the left. Wesley Roller is the man on the outside. Slot man is Caden Blakely. 2 on the right.
And not enough of a hurry because they had to call timeout.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we'll take a 30-second break here as well. It is 7-0 Piqua with 11:37 to go in the second on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation station.
The alumni distinction was established to recognize and honor individuals who, through their achievements, inspire present-day Piqua students to establish goals for their future. The honorees reinforce and enhance a positive image of the Piqua City Schools both inside and outside the district, as this committee strives to foster an increased sense of pride among students, faculty, staff, alumni, and residents of our community. Tonight's 2025 honorees are Colonel James M. Dayport from the class of 1965, Dr. Nicholas Funderburg from the class of 1999, Elliot Jason Lane from the class of 1998, Tony Morgan, represented by Emily Morgan from the class of 1987, Jim McMacken from the class of 1992, and Shelley Mitchell from the class of 1991. Please help us give them a round of applause. Thank you.
Hawks, as they were running out of time once again. A lot of confusion that I've seen thus far by the Skyhawk team.
Yeah, I mean, they were confused at the goal line. They weren't sure if they wanted to kick or somebody didn't get the message.
Once again, they're going to have a shift. Now into the backfield goes Rico Smith, and he's going to be the one who shifts over there for the direct snap. He's going to take the ball, going to come around the near side, come up over the 40-yard line, down to the 44, it would appear. A first down for the Skyhawks. They've been able to move the ball, but they haven't scored as yet. Just 30 seconds gone in the second quarter.
I tell you what, this Rico Smith's an electric athlete. They get the ball in his hands. He's able to do something with it pretty impressively every time.
He's also listed as a quarterback if they need him there. Now there is Rico Smith. He's going to be the quarterback, keeping the ball this time, and Dalen Switzer. He takes it right up the middle before he is taken down by the Piqua Indians. But he picks up 6 yards. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. Minute gone in the second quarter. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. They work from the right hash mark. Do the Fairborn Skyhawks. They're going to quick hitter near side. That'll be good for a first down. With the catch is Logan Sleeman. That's his 11th catch of the year. Wide receiver at 5'8", 145 pound, a senior.
Jay Hancock in a stop for the Indians.
And that gets the ball down to the 44-yard line. Another first down for the Skyhawks.
Hey, what? They're not the greatest of passing teams, or at least numbers-wise, they haven't great passing. He's been pretty accurate tonight, though, so far.
Yeah, they were only 4 for 8 last week, and that was between 2 different throwers. And once again, they're going to go Rico Smith. Smith is going to be taken down. The guy that grabs him by the ankles is Keaton Bolden, the defensive back at 5'10", 163 pounds. He's a senior.
Bring up second down.
We've seen him play some very good football for this Indians team this year. Ball down to the 39-yard line in Piqua territory. Inside 10 minutes to go first half. A 2nd and 5 situation now. They go with 2 backs. They pitch it out on the far side. And another first down here for the Skyhawks. Zaire Cabot is the man that they get it to.
Tell you what, that was a long pitch by the quarterback there, and he was right on the money with that pitch. That can be challenging to make it that long of a pitch, and he hit that running back right in stride.
Got it down to the 25-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. Next week, the Piqua Indians on the road. They'll be at Stebbins, radio only, 6:45 on WPTW. Back to pass. Here's Switzer off the fingertip of a diving Rico Smith. But he was actually triple covered on that one.
It's probably a good thing that he overthrew that one because there were guys in the area.
Bring up second down.
A lot of
Takes it
them.
to a 2nd down. Fairborn will have the ball to begin the second half of play as they won the coin toss and deferred. Not a big crowd here from the Fairborn side. Single back this time. Now they're going to switch it up. And back there as the quarterback position is Wesley Roller. Wide receiver, Cedrico Smith in motion. Roller keeps the ball. Roller runs ahead. And he is taken down. Landon Delph, one of those. Also John Hess there to stop him. And getting up a little bit gimpy that time from the bottom of the pile was Zayden Allen.
Whole lot of shuffling going on for 4 yards there for the Fairborn offense. A lot of movement, and that's risky sometimes with high school kids because you just don't know. You're going to work your way into some penalties if you shift too much.
3rd down and 6. Ball at the 21-yard line. Rolling near side, Switzer with the pass. It is complete. Caden Blakely with the catch gets the ball down to the 5-yard line, maybe inside that 5-yard line. We'll see where they put it. Yep, they put it at the 4. And it's going to be 1st and goal to go now for the Skyhawks. Do the Indians have another big stand coming up here? We'll see. Switzer calls out the signals. Switzer gives the ball and not able to get it in. Zaire Cabot. He picked up maybe he picked up 3 yards on that play. Gets it down to the 1 yard line.
They rushed to the line on that one.
And here Switzer keeps it, and he's going to be knocked back. John Hess is there. Also, Luke Jensvold. 3rd down and goal.
Here we go again. This looks familiar to me just on the other end of the field.
Less than 8 minutes to go. First half. Piqua with a 7-0 lead. This just the 4th possession of the game. Each team with 2. Piqua with a 7-0 lead. Full house backfield. Switzer under center. Switzer patches the ball back. Switzer, the ball is in for the score. And that is Caden Blakely with the tally there. And Piqua now has a 1-point lead at 7-6 with the extra point coming up here. And we'll see Wesley Roller on. Last week he was 3 of 5 on his extra points, 20 of 23 for the year. To do the holding will be Logan Schliemann. Roller has the ball up and through, and we're tied at 7 with 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Piqua and Fairborn, 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
Buffalo Wings and Rings in Piqua is located at 989 East Ash Street. They have 45 TVs to watch all the live sports that you could imagine and offer a wide variety of food options. From burgers to wings, nachos, and yes, the pretzel bites. There's something for everybody. Stop by the Piqua Wings and Rings location before the game to get fueled up for the competition and after for the celebration.
Fairborn, and then it'll be the homecoming festivities, which will show on the Indian Nation TV station. Getting ready to kick off now is Wesley Roller. Puts the foot to it. It's going to come down at about the 11-yard line. Indians bringing it back, and they get it up across the 25-yard line. And the man with that ball and the return, as we have seen him getting more playing time, is Jace Palmer, normally a wide receiver. So the ball out to the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Piqua would love to be able to get that ball in the end zone before we go to the halftime locker room. Piqua comes out here, Chris Davis the quarterback. Debo Nisley is the running back. 2 wideouts on either side. Piqua going right to left. Now we have an official's timeout here, as there is some sort of an equipment problem.
Those refs don't mess around with these equipment problems. They send you right off the field if your equipment is not appropriate in a football game.
And that's going to bring Jay Hancock in as the wide receiver on the right side. Piqua is looking over here to the near side. Slot man is Keaton Fisher. Outside him, Rayshawn Garrett. Back to pass Davis. Davis as Keaton Fisher, who is dragged out of bounds. Clayton Phillips will get him, the defensive back, a 6 foot, 160-pound junior. Nice pickup that time. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 7. Nearing 7 minutes to go in the first half.
That was one of those short passes that need to be on schedule for this Piqua offense to be successful. And that time it was.
Ball at the 33-yard line. Debo Nisley with the carry. Got it back just barely over the line of scrimmage. Picks up maybe a yard.
Nowhere to go there. They really were standing there waiting for him on that one.
That'll bring up a 3rd down now. 3rd down and 2. Well, I think perhaps they're starting to figure out some things with Debo Nisley, or maybe the line play for the Piqua Indians. Lining up right side is Jens Fold. Here's Debo Nisley. Nisley across the 35 out to the 36, and it's a 1st down for the Piqua Indians. They spot the ball at the 37-yard line. 6:12 to go. Clock continues to roll. 1st and 10 Indians. Next week they play at Stebbins. And then in 2 weeks, back home, playing Butler on senior night. This season is just going like a bat out of heck. And just that quickly, they come in there, and Debo Nisley is going to be stopped and taken back a couple of yards to bring up a 2nd down and 12.
Of course, he ended up like 25 yards behind the line. That was the weirdest thing. They just kept pushing him and pushing him and pushing him. They just didn't take him to the ground, so they didn't get a penalty. But, man, they roughed him up pretty good on that play. They were there. There was no space to run.
From the near hash mark. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Nicely as they send Rashawn Garrett in motion to the right side. Now, under big pressure and sacked back there is the quarterback. And coming through to stop him was Tristan Wing.
Well, he was sandwiched by two defenders right there. He rolled right, and then he had nowhere to go, so he came back left, and pow, he took a shot on that play.
So another big loss for the Piqua Indians. That's the first sack of the year for Tristan Wang. They're going to keep it on the ground once again. Just let Evo Nisley take the ball ahead and bring on the punting unit.
Stop for Fairborn. Let him bring up 4th down.
Well, after that first drive for the Piqua Indians, things have kind of quieted down here for the offense. Standing back at his own 20-yard line is Chris Davis.
Guessing they're not going fake punt here, but they've done crazier things.
Yep. Nice snap. Ball's going to come down and be taken at the 20-yard line. And falling ahead is the man with the ball, Rico Smith. And I'm going to mention something. I haven't mentioned it all season long. I have mentioned in general terms, but the long snapper for the Piqua Indians has done a marvelous job, and that is none other than Cameron Best. Best has, for every punt, been right on the mark with the long snaps. He had one last week, which is a little bit high, but certainly they were able to deal with it. And he has also been the snapper for the 3 fake punts, and that's not easy because you're sending that ball not back to the punter, but you're sending it off to the side there to a blocking back who has always been Zayden Allen. Here they throw it over on the left side. They get the ball out. You know, I didn't think Rico Davis was going to get as much action as he is here in this game because
he is all over the field, this guy.
He's like their second or third rusher, their second or third receiver, but he's the guy that's getting the big catches here.
All you got to do is get him the ball. The guy just makes plays.
It'll be a 2nd and 3 now. Single back as they put a man in motion.
There he is again.
They hand the ball. Rico Smith tries to turn the corner, and he is going to be taken down at the 32-yard line. John Hess is the man to put him on the ground. They'll take it back a yard at the 31. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. Inside 3 minutes to go in the half. All tied up, 7-7. Huge game for each of these two teams, particularly for the Piqua Indians. Right now are on the outside looking in as far as the playoffs are concerned. And on the fake, the ball on the far side, Dalen Switzer keeps it, and he gets the 1st down. He gets it out to the 35-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 coming up here for the Skyhawks.
Tell you what, Switzer's pretty smooth with the ball on those fakes. He does a nice play action fake. He does some nice handoff fakes. They've had a hard time with that on the Piqua defense.
Out of the gun, throwing over on the left side. Rico Smith with it. He picks up good yardage after the catch
they got
across the 40 down to the 42.
Looks like that receiver had a little too much of that jersey of the Piqua defender, and they're going to get a holding penalty here.
Last year, Fairborn 3-7, 2-7 in the MVL Valley. Let's listen.
Holding. Number 11 on the offense. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So that's going to take it back. And the ball spotted at the 28-yard line.
They only had a career where you could just spot penalties. Man, I would love to do that for a living. I'm pretty good at that.
1st and 17. Here is a pass near side. It is complete. Taken down on the near side is Logan Schliemann.
That's a nice adjustment to that ball by Schliemann. It looked like he was going inside. The ball went outside. He stopped on a dime and snagged that one out of the air and made a solid gain for Fairborn on that play.
7-7, Fairborn and Piqua, 1:42 to go, first half. 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback with the ball. Switzer's going to throw it. Switzer is complete and then taken down. That is Wesley Roller, the 5'9", 185-pound junior.
They're just ticking this half away. This game's been a quick game.
He was their leading pass catcher coming into this ball game, but not by much over Rico Smith. Now on 3rd down and 3, they're going to throw. It is complete, first down. Complete again to Wesley Roller.
That was good blocking by the line there for Fairborn. They gave him plenty of time to work.
Less than a minute to go here in the half. Fairborn with just 1 timeout left. Ball at the 47-yard line. Back to pass Switzer. There's a flag on the play. They get the ball out. Rico Smith with it. He's taken down by John Hess.
Smith brought down by Hess. There's a flag on the play.
Illegal substitution on defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Illegal substitution on the defense. So that's going to be the 5-yard penalty. They replay the down. It'll be a 1st and 5. 43 seconds to go. Switzer out of the gun. Quick hit over on the left side. Caden Blakely catches the ball. Basically was sitting down when he did so. And he ends up catching the ball right there at the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. 2nd down and 5. Back to pass again. Sidearm throw over. Caden Blakely with the ball is going to be short of the first down by a yard. That'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd.
Well, right now, Fairborn using the...
And they get the ball out of the half. So that they gave up the ball to Piqua in that first, opening kickoff. So this is a big drive to try to take advantage of this 2 possessions they have.
From the left hash mark. Zaire Cabot is the back. They've mostly gone to the air. It is complete. They get it down. Rico Smith with it. He is wrestled to the ground. Finally, coming through there, both Isaiah Rios as well as Hunter Grissom. 1st and 10. Ball now on the 33. Back to pass. Here's Switzer. He's going long. Got the man way out of bounds.
Switzer's pass intended for
back on the coverage. That time was Jay Hancock, but that ball was tossed way out of bounds.
Well, we're sitting here. They got 2nd and 10. They do have a timeout left. They did miss it very short. Now, that kick, though, earlier was on a terrible angle. They were in a hurry. So they probably need 10 to 15 yards just to even try a field goal here, and they only have 10 seconds to work with, but they do have a timeout.
Back to pass Switzer. Switzer again tosses it into the end zone, and this time the ball is caught by Jay Hancock, but he's out of bounds.
We're going to get one more to the end zone here, it looks like.
Yep, with 2 seconds to go.
That was a nice catch by Hancock out of bounds, though. He looked like he was the receiver.
So now on 3rd and 10. Should be the last play of the first half. 7-7. These have been long drives by both of these teams. Very few possessions in this game. And they let the play clock go down and then call timeout.
Why not?
So we'll keep it here on radio. Now, don't
At Roberts Brothers Comfort, we understand a malfunctioning air conditioner can disrupt your daily life. Let our team of experienced technicians ensure your AC unit runs at peak performance at all times. Roberts Brothers Comfort, 937-909-DONE or robertsbrotherscomfort.com.
Now we'll see whether they're able to get it into the end zone. Piqua took the lead on their first possession of this ball game. With three stacked on the left, one guy on the right. Back to pass is Switzer. Switzer is going to fumble the ball, and that's going to do it here for the first half of play. Well, we have played our first half at Alexander Stadium, Perk Field in Piqua. The Indians are all tied up 7-7 with the Fairborn Skyhawks. We'll have our halftime show on the TV portion of our broadcast, and we'll have our halftime comments on radio. On TV, we will also have the announcement of the Queen and her court for 2025 homecoming for the Indians. That's all coming up right after this here on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
Atlantis Sportswear Incorporated in Piqua, Ohio is a family-owned company that started in 1985. With over 30 years of screen printing excellence, Atlantis is dedicated to producing screen-printed apparel of the highest quality to their customers.
This year, Atlantis is opening up an online store for you to buy your very own Piqua Indians gear anytime you want. Just scan the QR code at the end of this commercial to take you straight to that website. $150 years ago, a determined farm boy named John Hartzell borrowed just $25 to chase his dream. Today, that bold vision has grown into something extraordinary right here in Piqua, Ohio. For 6 generations, the Hartzell family has called this community home. From George Hartzell's move to Piqua in 1900, building our first modern sawmill, to today's cutting-edge operations, we've grown alongside this remarkable town and its people. We've weathered world wars, adopted to changing times, and embraced innovation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Fairborn Skyhawks Marching Band.
thought there was one t-shirt going over here.
At Harmony Systems and Services LLC, we don't just make plastic parts, we help companies make great plastic products. With press capabilities from
Welcome to Piqua High School's homecoming celebration, Masquerade Dreams. At this time, please welcome our homecoming queen and king candidates. Our first queen candidate is Brianna Cox. Brianna is the daughter of Alicia Taylor and Andrew Cox. While at PHS, Brianna has been active as a cheerleader outside of school. She's a member of Young Life. Right now, her future plans are undecided. Brianna's escort this evening is king candidate Gregory Colton Belt. Colton is the son of Stephen Belt and Rachel Bartholomew. While at PHS, Colton has been a member of FCCLA, Piqua Digital, and the basketball team. Outside of school, he is a member of Young Life. He is currently undecided about his future plans post-graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, Brianna Cox and Colton Belt. Queen candidate number 2 is Kamari Evans. Kamari is is the daughter of Stacy and Frank Evans. While at PHS, Kamari has been active in cheerleading, student council, link leaders, college credit plus, and the prom committee. Outside of school, she's a member of Young Life and she works at Winans. Her future plans including attending college to acquire a business degree while participating in cheerleading. Kamari's escort this evening is King candidate Brady Irwin. Brady is the son of Brad and Abby Irwin. While at PHS, he has been a member of the golf team and men's chorus. He has been enrolled in the Health Career Academy. He is a blood donor and college credit plus student. Outside of school, he works at the Troy Country Club. In the future, Brady would like to attend college to pursue a career in healthcare. Ladies and gentlemen, Kamari Evans and Brady Irwin. Our third Queen candidate is Addison Ford. Addison is the daughter of Sean and Angie Ford. While at PHS, Addie has been a member of show choir, National Honor Society, Hope Squad, Student Council, Link Leaders, Top 100, Harry Potter Club, and Principals Advisory. She currently serves as a senior class vice president, show choir dance captain, and she's the volleyball team's manager. She's an advanced placement and a college credit plus student. Her community activities include Big Brothers Big Sisters, being a member of St. Mary's Catholic Church, and serving as a United Way student representative. In the future, Addie plans to attend the University of Dayton, majoring in business. Addie's escort this evening is Andy Rindell, who is filling in for King candidate Tony Gardner. Tony is the son of Nicole Yersley, Chris Grissom, and Christy Grissom. While at PHS, Tony has played 4 years of football, basketball for 1 year, and participated in track and field for 1 year. His community activities include working at Kroger for 3 years and participating in community events with the football team. In the future, he plans to attend a 4-year college. Ladies and gentlemen, Addison Ford and Tony Gardner. Queen candidate number 4 is Casey Mars. Casey is the daughter of Brett and Alice Mars. While at PHS, Casey's been a member of Top 100, Concert Choir, and Women's Chorus. She participated in the musical, and she is currently a section leader for show choir. Her community activities include volunteering for Piqua Junior Baseball League and working at Wings and Rings as a hostess. In the future, Casey would like to earn a bachelor's degree in marketing. Casey's escort this evening is King candidate Elijah Graham. Elijah is the son of Lauren Leeper and Nathan Graham. While at PHS, Elijah has been a member of show choir and honor roll. He is also advanced placement and college credit plus scholar. In the community, Elijah serves as the manager at McDonald's. In the future, Elijah plans to attend the Ohio State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Casey Mars and Elijah Graham. Our fifth candidate is Chloe Martin. Chloe is the daughter of John Martin and Jennifer Snyder. While at PHS, Chloe has been a member of National Honor Society, Student Council, Honor Roll, Top 100, Principals Advisory, and Harry Potter Club. She's an office aide, advanced placement, and college credit plus student, and the yearbook media manager. She is also currently the president of the senior class and a show choir section leader. In the community, she is part of Big Brothers Big Sisters, a member of the Stillwater Community Church, and a singer at Westminster Presbyterian Church. She works at Three Joes, and in the future, Chloe plans to attend Ohio University to become a teacher. Chloe's escort this evening is King candidate Jace Johnson. Jace is the son of Jessica and Christopher Tobe. While at PHS, Jace has been an honor roll and show choir. This year, he is serving as dance captain in show choir. His community activities include going on 2 mission trips with the Valley Church and working at Barclays. In the future, Jace plans on getting a sports broadcasting and journalism degree at Ball State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Chloe Martin and Jace Johnson. Queen candidate number 6 is Evian Rojas. Evian is the daughter of Michael and Jackie Schaefer. While at PHS, Evian has been a member of Honor Roll, Top 100, Interact Club, Piqua Digital, Yearbook, and the soccer team. She has also been a blood donor. Her community activities include serving as a YMCA lifeguard, a dancer and dance teacher at the Center Stage Dance Academy, a member of Southport Christian Church, and a member of Young Life. Her future plans are undecided at this time. Evian's escort this evening is Jack McMacken, who is filling in for King candidate Ishmael Jones. Ishmael is the son of Matthew and Michelle Harrison. While at PHS, Ishmael has participated in football. His future plans are currently undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, Evian Rojas and Ishmael Jones. Queen candidate number 7 is Caitlin Schlosser. Caitlin is the daughter of Mike Schlosser. While at PHS, Caitlin has been very involved in the music department as a member of marching band, audio hype, jazz band, symphonic band, concert band, pep band, and women's chorus. She's also part of tennis, Link Leaders, National Honor Society, and Student Council. as the senior class secretary. She is a 3-time winner of the Americanism test, and she was a Buckeyes Girls State delegate outside her school. She works at Donato's. In the future, she plans to attend Ohio Northern University, majoring in history and political science. Caitlin's escort this evening is Jonathan Hulskamp. Jonathan is the son of Jennifer and Jared Hulskamp. Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Schlosser and Jonathan Hulskamp. And finally, we have the reigning homecoming queen, Devea Cooper. Pardon me, we have our last king and queen candidate. The queen candidate, Grace Voskuhl. And Wesley Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Grace Voskuhl and Wesley Johnson. Wesley Thompson. And finally, we have the reigning homecoming queen, Devea Cooper, and the reigning homecoming king, Jericho Burns. Devea is the daughter of Diamond Cooper and Darian Allen. Jericho is the son of Jennifer Silvers and Brian Harrison. Ladies and gentlemen, here are your homecoming candidates for the year 2025. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The 2025 Piqua High School homecoming queen is Caitlin Schlosser. Congratulations, Caitlin. Let's give the queen and her court a big round of applause.
At Harmony Systems and Services LLC, we don't just make plastic parts, we help companies make great plastic products. With press capabilities from 50 to 1,000 tons and expertise in design, engineering, tooling, and assembly, we deliver true end-to-end solutions. Conveniently located just minutes off I-75, we are proud to call Piqua, Ohio home, a community built on hard work, innovation, and partnership, making us the perfect partner for efficient supply chain management and 3PL services. Our ISO compliant facility is powered by a tenured staff with over 100 years of combined experience, built on a culture of partnership and customer focus. From concept to completion, Harmony is where precision meets partnership, helping companies make great plastic products.
For years, we continued to lose our best and brightest students to other universities. They're going off to major in fields like business, education, nursing, and engineering, even taking classes online. And they couldn't be happier. We couldn't be happier either. After all, that's how we planned it. With Edison State's Bridge to Bachelor's degree program, you can get your 2-year degree and core classes at Edison State and then easily transfer to a state school. Save thousands of dollars and get the same great education with Edison State.
At Subhouse, we know your favorite teams can be unpredictable. House rule number 44, win or lose, everything's better with wings. Submarine House is your home for subs, sports, and spirits. Whether you're catching up with friends and family or looking for the perfect spot to catch the game, you'll always find great food, cold drinks, and good times. Up high, my friend, because our house is your house. Sub House. House rules.
Dr. Littlejohn believes that clear vision begins with regular comprehensive eye exams. His friendly and professional staff will make you feel welcome in his office located at 8090 Looney Road. With our great selection of stylish eyewear, our licensed opticians will help you pick the perfect pair of glasses. Dr. Littlejohn participates in many vision plans. Call us at 937-606-2772 to schedule your next eye exam. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Go Piqua!
We're Craig.
That was pretty fast, right? Well, that's how we
roll. We're Craig, a leading manufacturer of custom film located in Piqua, Ohio.
Every employee has comprehensive health, dental, and life insurance.
We offer a 401k, retirement plan, and profit share.
We offer perks like YMCA membership discounts and tuition reimbursement.
Why do we do this? Because at Crayex, we believe in teamwork. It's a culture that values you both personally and professionally.
We just sold our house with the help of Kathy Haney. She guided us through several bumps in the road, but we finally made it.
We just sold our house with Kathy's team. We are so happy to be here today. No nonsense, Kathy's team gets the job done.
She just sold our house in 24 hours, and we were able to find a brand new house that we absolutely love.
I just purchased a house with Kathy Haney and Remac's team here, and it was a wonderful experience. They're very efficient and are always there when you need something, and I really appreciate everything that they do.
So we appreciate you and Holly and your team for helping us.
Yeah, and I would recommend Kathy Haney and her team to anybody and everybody that's interested in selling a property.
And we highly recommend Kathy.
All sorts of different things going on with that, including the fact that the American team did not play well.
Ooh, did not play well. I don't know that they made a putt the whole day I was there of anything of significant length. Now, they made a big comeback on that last day, but it was too little too late. They had to be perfect, and they were close to perfect on Sunday, but not good enough. And that was a raucous crowd, to say the least, up there in New York. Man, those New Yorkers, whew, you don't want to cross them, man. They were all over Rory. They had to have a wall of police around them and everything else. It was a crazy, crazy scene there at Bethpage Black in New York.
I think that some of that was kind of self-inflicted by the organizers, the team, and some of the things that they had going on. But I'm glad you had a good time when you went there and you got to see some of the top golfers in the world.
Oh my gosh, my son was through the moon about, he got to see every golfer you could imagine right there in front of you, and you saw some celebrities too. We saw Pau Gasol. They had almost like entourages walking with each group from hole to hole, and there'd be celebrities and everything else in the mix there, and we saw quite a few throughout the weekend. It was a great experience. Just unfortunately, the USA, oh man, was not a good weekend on the golf course for them.
So we're getting ready here. The two teams are back out on the field. Piqua is going to be kicking off here as they lost the coin toss, and Fairborn deferred to the second half. Piqua with Gavin Larger is going to be the man who does the kicking off. Not a big crowd here from Fairborn, and I think that has tended to be the way that has been. Fairborn, in many ways, tends to be a transient area because of the Air Force Base and things of that nature. But they've got a pretty good football team right now. They come into this game with a 4-2 record. Logan Sleeman is going to be one of those back deep, and here going right to left and kicking it off is Gavin Larger. Ball taken at the 1-yard line. It's brought back here on the near side, and well, who else back there to bring that one back is Rico Smith. So Rico Smith with the return, and first effort here for the second half is going to be held by the Fairborn Skyhawks.
Tell you what, this half of football is going to make a big difference to the results of the season here for Piqua, because if you can come out with this one, you can see that position, a playoff position within, the light. But if you lose this one, now you're in a tough spot.
Absolutely. As you might expect, a good crowd on hand here in the student section on homecoming for the student section. Here's a pass over on the left side. It is caught by Rico Smith. Oh, man, he has been the man tonight. When I mentioned that his receptions, he only had 10 receptions for 169 yards coming into this game. He has caught a bunch of them here tonight. Another first down. It's out to the 43-yard line, and still in their own territory for the Skyhawks. Skyhawks are going to send a man to the near side. As a matter of fact, they're going to send 3 wide to the near side, 1 man to the left side. Back to pass. Here's a quick hitter. Out Rico Smith is hit as soon as he catches that ball. John Hess was right there, Johnny, on the spot to put him on the turf. So a loss of about 4 yards on that play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 14.
They fell in love with that play a little bit, tried to run it both sides. This time John Hess was like, that's about enough out of you, and ran up there and went on a dead sprint and took him out right when he called it.
Working from the near hash mark. Felon signals. Switzer. Looking left. He'll throw over the middle now. Nobody there. As a matter of fact, the closest person there was one of the blue shirts in the form of Keaton Bolden. But the ball bounced before it got to him. That brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 14 is probably not a good scenario for the Fairborn offense. They're not a great upfield passing team. They're going to need a screen pass or something probably to give them a chance to get here. Up the field has not been their strength in the passing game.
Ball back on the 39-yard line, out of the gun. They're going to throw it over the middle, and again, nobody was there. Everybody, it looked like, on the Fairborn team was on a different page. There is a flag back at the 35-yard line. So it's going to be a holding call coming up here. That's against 65 on the offense. That is Ryder McCabe Hammergren, whose name is longer than it takes to get that play off.
Early leader for name of the year right there.
So now on 4th and 14, Wesley Roller stands back at his 24-yard line. Rayshawn Garrett is back deep for the Indians. And he's just going to let that ball bounce and roll, and he's going to roll down to the 15, finally the 14. So fairly deep in their own territory, the Piqua Indians are able to stop them on defense the first time they've got the ball. Fairborn, that is. And so the Piqua Indians will have the ball on the near hash mark. All tied up 7-7 as they try for their 3rd win of the year. 2 years ago, the Piqua Indians only won twice. Last year, they won 4 times. This is a much better team. Certainly at skilled positions, we see much better play by the Piqua Indians. Here on 1st and 10. Debo Nisley lines up on the near side of the quarterback. He's going to take the ball.
Just nowhere to be found.
Nope. He may pick up a yard on the play, but nothing more than that. And, could be less than a yard that he picks up.
It's been happening a lot tonight. He runs into a lot of traffic there. They've hemmed him in really well. Fairborn's defense has.
I think Fairborn has looked at what Xenia did last week, and they are doing that once again. The one score in this ball game, Piqua got on the ground, but it was Zayden Allen who ran that one in. Now Piqua, they're having trouble trying to figure out, okay, Keaton Fisher was a little unsure on the play. He's in the slot on the far side. On the near side, ball comes over. It is caught by Rayshawn Garrett out to the 26-yard line. It's a first down for the Piqua Indians here. We played almost 2 minutes of the third period, all tied up 7-7. Piqua looking over here to the bench. Mason Thompson is the wideout on the far side. Fisher in the slot. Lone man on the near side is Rayshawn Garrett. They're going to give the ball. Debo Nisley bounces to the outside. He's got running room this time up across the 35-yard line before he is dragged down by the ankle. Clayton Phillips, the defensive back, gets to him. Nice run that time, 9 yards to bring up a 2nd and 1.
That time they were able to block him in open and give him some space to run. He hasn't had a lot of that tonight.
Same basic setup this time. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. The short side of the field in motion is Zayden Allen. He lines up now on the right side. They look over. They get the play call from the bench, out of the gun. They give the ball. Debo Nisley up to the 39-yard line. So he picks up another first down here for the Indians.
Down by Zaire Cabot.
And while he was pretty much stymied in the first half, he has had a couple of nice runs here in the second. Piqua getting very few, only 4 first downs in that first half. All at the 39-yard line, their own for the Indians. This time from the middle of the field, 2 wideouts. Well, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. They're going to go up the middle again. Debo Nisley. I think Debo has found his mojo once again. Picks up 5 yards on that one, brings up a 2nd and 5.
He's had a little bit of space to make something happen, you know. For a while, he didn't even have a room. Once he got the ball, they were right on top of him. The last couple runs, at least he's had space to jump cut and things like that.
They're going with Zayden Allen as the H-back. Big hole this time. Debo Nisley. He's down across the 35, down close to the 40-yard line before he is wrapped up and taken to the turf. That's Isaiah White who got to him. 6'3", 240-pound defensive lineman. The ball spotted at the 40-yard line. So the Piqua Indians on the march here early on in the third quarter. 7:45 left to go in the period. 7-7 our score. 1st and 10. Now John Hess is going to be the H-back. A throw over, near side. Ball is caught. Keaton Fisher. He's down to the 30-yard line before stopped. Amari Bird is the guy who came in there.
I think they're going to get a
flag
hold.
on the play.
Looks like a holding on the receiver there.
Yep. So that's going to take it back here.
Similar to the play on Fairborn earlier.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the stop. First down.
So that puts a little bit of a crimp into the drive there for the Piqua Indians. It'll take it back 5 yards.
Luckily, it was a spot foul, and you held him 5 yards up the field, so you only lose the 5 yards off of your first down. So 1st and 15, that's manageable.
So it'll be a 1st and 14, actually. Debo Nisley again. Nisley does some dancing. White shirts just absolutely asunder him with Omari Bird coming through to get him. But he picks up a yard on the play before he is taken back.
The issue with that penalty is now you just can't, you're trying to run it effectively, and you put yourself behind the sticks a little bit by running it on first down, and because you're still 2nd and 13.
On 2nd and 13. John Hess, the H-back, off to the right side. Debo Nicely, he finds a big hole. He's down to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 now. Nice pickup of 8 by Debo, the former wide receiver. Debo Nicely is 4th in the league coming into this ball game in rushing yardage. That's with 2 games that he didn't really play much at all.
Yeah. Hard to believe.
Rusher. Now Luke Jensvold just off the line. Debo Nicely again. Nicely is looking for some blocking. Found a hole momentarily. It kind of went away.
About to be a tough 4th down here. 4th and big 4th down, right here.
So Debo Nicely is going to come out of the ball game. Zayden Allen.
This is where Zayden Allen's power, they're going to probably give it to him because he's a strong runner. He can more than likely get you 2 yards when you need it.
4th and 2. 5:24 left in the 3rd quarter. They line up Zayden Allen to the left hip of Davis. Here he goes. He's got it. And just keeps going, spins his way down. We've got another flag on the play.
Uh-oh.
5:07 left to go in the 3rd quarter, but let's see what this is going to be.
Might be a face mask on Fairborn here.
Indeed it is. And that is a huge penalty. We have not seen many penalties against either team in this ball game.
That's a big one right there.
That'll take it all the way down between the 12 and the 13. So it'll be 1st and 10. Piqua. Zayden Allen stays in the ball game at running back. He takes the ball, finds a hole, rushes to the outside, on in for the 13-yard touchdown run. Zayden Allen. Allen started as one of the 2 running backs. They went with the twin backs for the first couple of games between Allen as well as John Hess, and that wasn't getting them anything. Well, then Debo Nicely comes in. And then last week, Debo Nicely was pretty well stymied. So with 5:01 to go here, Piqua leads at 13-7 with the extra point coming up. Gavin Larger on to attempt. And we had a jump there on the near side of the line. Against Fairborn.
Penalty is declined.
So the penalty is declined. And now, Gavin Larger, who has had a fine year as the kicker. There it is. It is up. It is through. And Piqua leads at 14-7 on the Fairborn Skyhawks with 5:01 to go in the 3rd on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.
Piqua had some success that
Greenville this week in conference play and improved their overall record to 8-5-1 on the season.
5:01 to go in the third. Piqua taking out to their second lead of the game, 14-7. Gavin Larger getting ready to kick it off. Back to receive. Rico Smith. He has not been the normal return man. Usually they've gone with Logan Schliemann. Gavin Larger approaches the ball, right to left. Puts this one down. It is going to be taken at the goal line. Here comes Rico Smith. He's up to the 20 and gets the ball out to the 25-yard line where he is taken down by Cameron Best. Cameron Best, I'm going to tell you right now, he would get Cameron Best my vote for the best special teams player because of again his snapping as the long snapper, and he's been on a number of tackles on these plays.
Well, you know, we see so many high school teams that have bad special teams, and the little things like the long snapper, it's kind of a lost art. When you got a guy like that, it's pretty nice.
We've seen some that, man, they can't kick, they can't punt. Here they have direct snap. It goes to Rico Smith, and this time Smith gets yardage, but not all that much. Probably 3 yards on the play, a pickup of 3, so it'll be a 2nd and 7 ahead of us here. Fairborn in Division II, Piqua in Division II. So this game has major implications in many ways as far as postseason goes. Piqua with only 2 wins right now, but they get 3 wins over the next 4 weeks, and I think they should be okay. That would give them a 5-5 record. Now they go with 3 men in the backfield, and the quarterback's going to keep it, and comes up and is going to be, lots of blue shirts in on that one, including John Hess.
Very weird formation right there.
And I'm looking to try and pick it out. I don't know that we've got, there's Dalen Switzer. Dalen Switzer lines up in the gun. Zaire Cabot, who's been pretty quiet tonight. This guy has not. With the catch, once again, is Rico Smith. And Rico Smith with the first down. He gets the ball out to the 43-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Isaiah Rios comes up with the stop. He had 7 tackles against Xenia. Had a nice night there. 3:12 left to go. 3rd quarter. Here's a toss back. It's going to go back, and with the ball, that's
Zaire Cabot.
Zaire Cabot.
What a
shut about him.
What a pitch or a throw or whatever that was.
Yeah.
By the quarterback there. I mean, he threw that thing again. That's a really long pitch/pass.
That was more a backwards pass than
Yeah.
that one, and he's lucky that Cabot got it. But he gets it down to the 39-yard line in Piqua territory. So now, Fairborn on the march.
Here we go.
Once again, they're going to change things up.
Snapping
to
a roller.
It's going to be Wesley Roller, normally a wide receiver, and a little bit of confusion in the backfield as Piqua is able to get up there and take him down. And John Hess again. John Hess is having a nice night on defense, to be sure. They take him down for a 2-yard loss. That'll be a 2nd and 12.
That's one of those formations you draw up on a dream board, and you just kind of think it's, man, this works every time. And then they run and lose 2 yards on it, and it's like, why did we do that?
1 man wide to the left, 3 to the right. Single man off the right hip of the quarterback Switzer, who's going to throw over on the far side off the fingertips of a jumping Wesley Roller. That brings up 3rd down. Now next week, the Piqua Indians on the road at Stebbins. Looking forward to that one. It'll be radio only at 6:45. 3rd down and 12. Inside 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. One man to the right side. 3 to the left. Back to pass. Here's Switzer. Lost one out there and was well wide of the intended receiver. Was looking to get that ball out there on the left side. Trying to get the number on that player who is, it looks like.
I think that was Roller again, or maybe not.
Looks like number 10. That would be Colton Ofeld, who is another one of their quarterback / running backs. So on to do the punting is Wesley Roller. Back deep for the Piqua Indians. You've got Rayshawn Garrett. He's going to let this one bounce, and it's going to bounce and bounce, and it's going to be deep in the Piqua Indians territory. So it'll be at about the 5-yard line is where they're going to spot the ball. So, long way to go. Short time to get there for the Piqua Indians with 1:35 left in third quarter action.
Great place for your favorite beverage and outstanding food, including pizza, sandwiches, and salads to connect with friends.
You know, they really committed to the run on that last possession, just ran it right down their throat a lot. You probably would see a good amount of run again.
Thompson is the wide out to the right side, to the left side. You've got Keaton Fisher standing on the goal line, the quarterback. He gives the ball once again to the running back, who is taken down, Debo Nisley. Nisley picks up yardage out to the 9-yard line, so gives them a little bit of working space here. Takes us to 2nd down and 7. This time around, Keaton Fisher is going to line up on a slot near side, outside man, Rayshawn Garrett. Thompson on the right side. Debo Nisley, I should say, off the right hip of the quarterback. Tries to go up the middle, and he may pick up a yard. Not much at all.
Ooh, that puts you in 3rd and 7, and you're inside your own 10. That's not a great spot to be here. They may have to put this one in the air.
Now at H-back, they've got John Hess out there. So that's a different situation than what we've seen. Usually we've seen Luke Jensvold as one of those at the H-back position. And he has played there tonight.
Been a quiet night for Rayshawn Garrett. Are they going to be able to get him the ball at some point is the question.
He's lined up wide to the left. Back to pass. At the goal line, looking, getting rid of the ball. Here is Davis, and that ball is...
picked off.
It is picked off. Coming up with a Clayton Phillips, the defensive back. His first interception of the year. And so just that quickly, things go upside down for the Piqua Indians. And that does it for the third quarter. Yeah, Fairborn's going to have the ball when we begin. Fourth quarter play, and it is 14-7. Pick with the lead on Fairborn on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation station.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the video board for a special presentation on 2 special homecoming candidates that were omitted unintentionally. We deeply regret the omission and apologize for this oversight. Let's introduce Grace, our Queen candidate, Grace Voskuhl. Grace is the daughter of Stacy and Todd Voskuhl. While at PHS, Grace is any member of Varsity Cheerleading Student Council, Big Brother Big Sisters, Link Leaders, Interact Club, and Prom Committee. She's a College Credit Plus student outside of school. She participates in Young Life and works at Winans. In the future, Grace plans to attend college for medical career. Grace's escort this evening is King candidate Wesley Thompson. Wesley is the son of Dwayne and Mary Ann Thompson. While at PHS, Wesley has been very involved in the music department as a member of show choir, concert choir, marching band, symphonic band, and the musical. He's also a member of Big Brothers Big Sisters, Link Leaders, Harry Potter Club, Honor Roll Prom Committee, Advanced Placement, College Credit Plus, and Yearbook. He serves as a senior class treasurer and is a volunteer at the Indian Trail Cafe. Outside of school, he is a United Way student representative for Piqua, and he works at Three Joes. In the future, Wesley plans to attend college, majoring in education. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on your feet. Let's hear it for Grace Bosco and Wesley Thompson.
Next week, they'll be on the road at Stebbins. As far as Fairborn is concerned, they got their hands full. They're going to be playing against Xenia coming up there. Last week they beat West Carrollton 51-8. And the schedule this year for Fairborn, they beat Tecumseh 41-6, Sydney 28-0. Then they lost to Tip 55-7, beat Greenville 42-18, lost to Troy 52-7, and as mentioned, they beat West Carrollton last week 51-8. So the Piqua Indians give the ball up on an interception. That's the fifth interception and the fourth in 2 weeks now, 3 last week against Xenia. So with the ball at their own 48-yard line, Fairborn Skyhawks. They got 2 men in the backfield. One of those men, they're going to flip the ball back there to him, and the ball on the far side of the field, driven out of bounds, is the ball carrier. Looked like Zaire Cabot once again. That'll bring up second down on a pickup of 4, 2nd and 6. And now's when the Piqua Indians defense has to kind of stiffen the backs, as they say. I've talked about how they have bent but not broken many times this year. They can't even bend at this point. Once again, direct snap, Rico Smith. Smith gets the first down to the 40-yard line. Their coach finally upended over there on the far side by John Hess.
Their coach is doing everything he can to get him the ball, and I don't blame him. I try to get him the ball a lot because he just makes things happen.
First and 10 from the Piqua 40-yard line. 1 minute gone in the fourth, I should say. They're going to throw over on the right side. That ball off the fingertips of Logan Schleeman.
Pass intended for Logan Schleeman comes up incomplete. Jay Hancock in coverage.
That brings up a 2nd down and 10. A good crowd on the Piqua side here for homecoming. They had the parade earlier. They had the naming of this year's queen at halftime.
Lots of play calling over there on the sideline, man. These guys got to know so many signs and everything nowadays.
There's another one off the fingertips. This one, Rico Smith is unable to grab it. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 as they went over in the right flat. All, as mentioned, at the 40-yard line, 10:45 to go here in the fourth.
You put Fairborn in this type of situation, they're a different team than they are when they're in manageable situations. It's a tough one.
Back to pass Switzer. Switzer, it's complete. This ball is going to go down across the 20-yard line. Caden Blakely catches it. A 1st down to the 19.
Well, the receivers ran the coverage off to the middle, and Blakely just slid in behind that shield a little bit and was wide open.
So threatening now Fairborn Skyhawks from the near hash mark. They're going to throw over on the right side. Ball is complete. Again,
Oh,
Rico
my
Smith.
goodness.
He gets away from a couple
You
of
got to
tackles
be kidding
down
me.
to the 1 yard line.
He looked like he was done right when he caught it.
Yep.
And somehow he stayed on his feet, breaking tackle, breaking one after the other, and gained about 20 yards. What a play.
So 1st and goal to go from the 1.
Man, they got down there quick, it feels like.
10:26 to go. Piqua leads at 14-7.
Here's where they've struggled, though, and here's where Piqua's been pretty good here on these goal line situations.
Wesley Roller wide to the left. Caden Blakey on the left side. There's a fumble and the ball!
Oh, my goodness, he recovered
It was real close to being recovered by Piqua, but falling on the ball at the last second was Dalen Switzer. But they're going to lose yardage on that play.
Oh, my goodness, that ball was right in his hands, and I feel like Jay Hancock just couldn't squeeze it. That ball can be slippery when you're going hard and going fast after it. Man, oh, man.
That'll bring up a 2nd and goal to go. Ball now back on the 8 yard line. And we're going to have a penalty here as there's all sorts of. It's going to be against Piqua?
Oh, that's a big penalty right there.
That takes the ball down between the 3 and the 4. Where it'll be 2nd and goal. I thought when I saw that, with all that movement there, as they were realigning, that had to be against Fairborn. No. And Fairborn is going to apparently take a timeout here. Indeed they do. 9:27 left. Piqua leads at 14-7. It'll be a 2nd and goal coming up here. A 30-second break on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation Station.
McKenna Watson, Brooklyn McGuire, Kamari Evans, Malia Chambers, Maddie Wintrow, Dylan Weatherly, Bree Ratcliffe, Ajayla Hammond, Ella Worley, Jaden Galvin Wells, Piper Ward, Brianna Cox, and Sophia Jones. They're coached by Emily Burnside and Laura French. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 varsity football cheerleaders.
The 3 and the 4 for Fairborn as they're working to the end zone down to our left, the north end zone here at Alexander Stadium.
Tell you what, they put up a lot of yardage, Fairborn, tonight, but man, whenever they get near that goal line, it's like an electric fence or something. They don't want to get in there somehow.
Yeah, we'll see. Switzer out of the gun. Once again, we've got
Not sure what
whistle.
that was.
Officials calling timeout there. 9:27 to go. Ball is given. Caden Blakely with the run in from 4 yards out. And it's a 1-point game at 14-13. 9:23 to left. Yeah. You like a good competitive game. This has been competitive.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting all your money's worth tonight.
Now, Wesley Roller missed 2 extra points last week. He's missed 3 on the season. Comes in from the near side. Spot down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 9:23 left, it is 14-14. Piqua and Fairborn back after this 30-second break on 98.1 FM 1570 WPTW and the Indian Nation Station. That's 10 plus 4.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
There's
get
that
those
female
tickets
voice
out.
again. It was the
Winning
TV.
number is
I heard it.
951106. Again, 951106. Come up to the home press box to collect your winnings.
Rayshawn Garrett and Debo Nisley will be back deep for Piqua. Wesley Roller is going to be kicking it off. He is not the most sure kicker that we have seen this year. Matter of fact, he's got a very short approach. Kicks it away. And this ball is going to be taken at the 10-yard line here on the near side.
Palmer on the return.
And let's see.
Preston Fifield in on a stop. And the Indians will take
That was
over.
actually bringing it back for the Piqua Indians. And we haven't seen him do that much return work is Jace Palmer. So Jace Palmer is being used back there as a run back man. So we're all tied up. 14-14 now. 9:18 left. Debo Nisley is the back. Gets the ball, looks for a hole. Makes his own hole on the near side. Does a little dancing out of bounds. Gets it out to the 28-yard line. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 6. 9 minutes to go. Pickle with 2 wideouts to the left. Man on the near side, Rayshawn Garrett. Out of the gun, it'll be Chris Davis. The lone man back with him, Debo Nisley. Luke Jensvold is the H-back. Here they go. Once again, Debo Nisley trying to find the follow the blocking of Luke Jensvold. And Debo Nisley's hurt. Nisley is hurt. Training staff going out to take a look at him right now. That would be a huge loss for the Piqua Indians.
Website where you can find all the schedules for all Piqua Junior High School.
Hopefully it's just something minor. And
yeah,
he looks like he's up and limping over there on the sideline. So
you could hope that it's nothing more than a cramp on a night like this.
Yeah.
A hot night. It's a beautiful night, but it was 88 degrees when I drove in this afternoon.
That's outrageous for October, I'll tell you what.
So
I'm good with 88 in the summer, but come on.
Zayton Allen is out of the back, lines up in the pistol. He'll take the ball and goes over the left side, and by sheer effort gets the ball across the 35-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for the Piqua Indians.
Yeah, he ran through one of their big linebackers, had him measured, and he ran through that to get that 1st down. Otherwise, that's stuffed and no gain.
Thompson's white out on the left, slot man. Keaton Fisher on the near side. Split to the right, Rayshawn Garrett. Now they've got John Hess as the H-back off the right side of the line. Out of the gun, the call, the give. Zayton Allen, he finds a hole. He dances his way up close to the 45-yard line. Zayton Allen was going to the left, then he saw a little bit of daylight, very little, but he managed to change directions, come through that hole, and get the extra yardage, picks up a nice 8 yards on the play to bring up a 2nd and 2.
He looked a little bit like an oversized Debo right there. Debo Nisley, he made a little jump cut there and got through.
On 2nd and 2. They'll give it. Zayton Allen again finds a hole across the 50 down to the 46 before he is stopped. Coming through to stop him that time. I think that was the number 45, and I don't have a 45 here on my list. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Indians as we're in 7 minutes left. Within 7 minutes left. Ball at the 47-yard line. Zayden Allen still the running back. Now lining up on the left side is Hess. Zayden Allen across the 45. Sheer effort. Gets the ball down to the 43-yard line.
Just won't stop.
That
Can't
power
stop.
running.
Just keeps moving those feet, chugging along, and these Fairborn defenders are getting tired. They're tired of trying to tackle him.
2nd and 6. Ball at the 43-yard line of Fairborn. Score tied 14-14. Inside 6 minutes to go. Davis on the handoff. Zayden Allen, big hole. Zayden Allen across the 35 down to the 31-yard line for another Piqua first down.
He's getting a little break here. Hess coming in for him. Get some oxygen, son. Woo!
So that'll put Luke Jensfold as the H-back off the line on the right side, and John Hess will be the running back.
Keep in mind, Zayden Allen's the best defender that Piqua has as well, so he's been working hard on both sides tonight.
2 to the left, 1 to the right from the middle of the field. Davis, hands, big hole, coming to the right side. Here's Hess, he's at the 10, 5, touchdown Piqua! John Hess. That's his 2nd rushing TD of the year. And Piqua goes on top 20-14. 5:11 left to go in this one. On for the extra point. Gavin Larger out of the hold of Jace Palmer. These extra points, oh, so important.
Fairborn jumped off sides there.
So Fairborn, we're going to see we'll see whether they decide to, they're going to decline the penalty. And so Mr. Larger has to do it again. The spot, the hold, the kick, it is good. 21-14. Piqua leading Fairborn with 5:11 left to go. 30-second break on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station. You'll be all right. We sounded all right?
Because I want to figure out.
To 14 and about ready to kick off here. To the Fairborn Skyhawks, here comes Larger, left to right. This one going to be taken back at the 3-yard line. Rico Smith is going to be caught by the shoulder blades. Keaton Bolden is able to get him and just drag him down to the turf.
Okay, we'll see if Fairborn has a response now, because this is going to put a little pressure on their offense down a touchdown with only 5:03 to play. That puts a little heat on you, and sometimes teams react a little bit differently when the heat's on.
Ohio State football coming up tomorrow. Minnesota in there at the Shoe. 6 p.m. pregame, 7:30 kickoff on WPTW. 2 men in the backfield along with the quarterback Switzer. Switzer's going to keep it. He's going to run around the right side. Big hole over there, and he gets the first down.
I'll tell you what, they bid on that fake. Another good work with the ball there, because there was nobody on the right side. He just said, well, I could pitch it, but why pitch it when I've got 10, 15 yards to run with? The Piqua defense disappeared on that play.
Gets it up to the 40-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. Less than 5 minutes to go. This time, quarterback going to keep it again. But he is stopped. In there on the stop, a couple of different players, including Hunter Grissom, the sophomore. But a pickup of 4, that'll be a 2nd and 6 ahead of us here. Clock rolls with 4:39 to go. Fairborn has 2 timeouts left. Piqua has all 3 of theirs. Tyre Cavett is the running back. Instead, they give it to the man in motion. Again, that's going to be Rico Smith, and Smith is driven out of bounds here on the near side by Zayden Allen.
He's working sideline to sideline as usual. Now, they had him strung out there, but they got greedy and tried to run up and make a tackle. And you just can't. You got to keep that guy inside, or he's gonna make a play. And that time they got a little greedy and went after the tackle too early, and he got outside of him.
From the near hash mark, 1st and 10. On a pitch, that ball is loose, and it is still loose. And who's got it? Who's got it? And Piqua's got the ball on the fumble.
And if I told you it was Zayden Allen that got the recovery, would you be surprised? I'm guessing you would not. Because
Zayden Allen.
That is him again. Johnny on the spot.
Now, right now, he is the star of the game.
For sure. Somebody have an oxygen machine for this guy. Just give him a couple puffs, because he's got to get back out there and be the running back again. Oh, it looks like Debo's back in the huddle over there, maybe.
Well, Piqua's going to hand the ball at the 40-yard line of Fairborn, working the left hash mark. Thompson, wide to the left.
Zayden Allen's like, who needs a playoff? I'm coming back out.
Yep, Zayden Allen is out there.
It's a little
Piqua was a little confused as they have to take a timeout. They have to take a timeout because the play clock was going down. They were a little confused there. I think maybe they did a little too much celebrating, taking some time off the clock. So the situation here, it'll be a 1st and 10 from the Fairborn 40-yard line for the Piqua Indians, who lead it 21-14. 3:57 on the clock.
You know what? I mean, I think Zayden Allen was struggling with oxygen to his brain after that play. They had him come out there, but he looked like he wasn't sure what's going on. And they're like, okay, let's give him a breath and take a timeout here.
So the Indians coming out. Man on the near side would be Zayden Allen. I should say Zayden's going to be in the backfield. Rayshawn Garrett wide to the right. Keaton Fisher in the slot right side. Zayden Allen with the ball. Not going to get much. Not going to get anything, really. If he picks up half a yard, he'll be lucky. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. 2nd down and 9.
I'm guessing we're not going to see Debo again today. So this is the Zayden Allen and perhaps John Hess. I mean, heck, the guy just ran for a 30-some yard touchdown.
Yeah.
You could always feed him the ball. It's nice to have 3 guys that can make things happen like the Piqua has at running back.
We'll have stats for you coming up after the game. 3:16 to go. 21-14. Zayden Allen. He just bowls his way down to around the, let's say the 36-yard line. They're going to put it at the 36-yard line. Thank you, Mr. Official.
Huge play here.
Yep. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. 2:50 to go. Piqua would love to be able to just keep that ball and keep it on the ground. But it's going to be a third down and relatively long. Chris Davis out of the gun. They're going to move John Hess to the right side at H-back. Zayden Allen, he is tripped up as he goes across the 35-yard line down to the 33 with 2:18 to go, and that'll bring up 4th down and 3.
Decision time here for Piqua. Do you punt it, try to pin them deep, or do you go for it on 4th and 3? That's a tough decision late in the game because you're down to 2:18 left. If you get a first down here, you basically
It'll also drop on our YouTube channel, and that all comes up on Tuesday. Brought to you by Arbogast Ford of Troy. Happy to have them and all our wonderful sponsors with us on radio and on TV.
they're going for it. At least that's what it appears like.
Yep. Chris Davis.
He could always pop kick it too. A quick kick it because he is the punter, so you never know.
So they're trying to get a couple of seconds put back on the clock. It is. It's 2:20 to go now. Okay, so Hess is the H-back. He's on the right side right now.
Try to
Zayden Allen is the back. Chris Davis calls out the signals. They give the ball. They throw it over here on the near side. John Hess with the ball. He's down to the 10-yard line, and he fumbles it. No, it's down. The near side official says very quickly that ball was down.
Oh, my goodness gracious. What a call by Travis Neese right there. Pulled out play they hadn't run all night right there. Play action fake, and they had a wide open H-back right there.
So the ball down to the 10-yard line where it'll be 1st and goal. 2 minutes to go. Clock continuing to roll. Fairborn with only one timeout left. Chris Davis. Zayden Allen off his right hip. Luke Jensvold is the H-back. And tripping himself up as he got down to the line of scrimmage is Zayden Allen. And Piqua's going to call a timeout here.
Piqua's going to call a timeout.
Let's see. Well, we'll see who. No, it's Fairborn who called the timeout. So they are out of timeouts now. Piqua still has 2. 1:39 left. It'll be a 2nd and goal to go. The ball's going to be at the 9-yard line. And it is 21-14. Piqua with that 7-point lead.
I mean, you basically can salt it out here. I don't know if you need to even try to score here if you're Piqua.
Yeah, they cannot stop the clock anymore. Fairborn can't.
At worst case scenario, they get the ball back with 5 or 6 seconds left on the clock. You know, I'm no mathematician, so don't challenge me on that one. But they don't really need to do anything special here.
So, on 2nd and goal to go, now from the 9, they give it Zayden Allen. Allen takes it ahead, and Zayden Allen is then taken down. Amari Bird, one of those that is in on the stop. That brings up 3rd down, and the clock is at 1:25 and rolling.
You knee it down here, you run, you leave them like 10, 15 seconds max.
Piqua taking their time.
I don't know that I risk fumbling it, to be honest.
Thompson wide to the left. On the left side slot man is going to be Keaton Fisher. And timeout is called by Piqua with 53 seconds to go. And it'll be a 3rd and goal to go from the 9-yard line. Well, it's been a fun game, and for those who came back for a homecoming and hadn't necessarily seen the Piqua Indians, man, they have played their hearts out in this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is as we talked about earlier, as you mentioned, pretty evenly matched game. Both teams solid, not great, middle of the road in the league, but still both have playoff aspirations, and this game was big for both of them, probably more so even for Piqua. But Fairborn, hey, they got the meat of their schedule coming up, so it's not going to be any easy run to the playoffs for them either.
Next week, Piqua at Stebbins, radio only. 6:45 our pregame on WPTW. Now on 3rd and goal. Ball given, Zayden Allen. He spins his way down across the 5-yard line down to the 4. So, there is 7 seconds differential between the play clock and the game clock. So, Piqua could essentially take it down. The ball is at the 5-yard line. So they could take the timeout. They've got 1 timeout left here. And that would leave 7 seconds. Right abouts. It's going to be 8 seconds because they had to call the timeout before it got to 0. So there'll be 8 seconds left there. And now, what kind of a play do you have? Do you
snap
go
it
for the end zone? Do you
snap
just
it and run the other direction and run it out and just knee down before anybody catches you? That's what I would do. Make sure that there's no chance. You could run all the way to the end zone and take a safety. You still win. Just run it like the wind, man, and go the other direction. No one will catch you. Just everybody block as best you can. Delay them enough where we just run out the clock. But that's why I'm an unemployed offensive coordinator, so that's why I'm here with you tonight. We'll see if they do that. I don't think they're going to. That's not a Bill Neese type style, I don't think.
So with 8 seconds to go, Chris Davis calls the signal. He gives the ball. Zayden Allen, he tries to go to the outside, spins his way in for the touchdown with 1 second to go. It looked like he was caught at least twice, and then the last couple of guys that were on him, he just spun his way out of a potential tackle and on in for the score with 1 second left, and it's 27-14. What a run by Zayden Allen.
That's another way you can salt the game on that kind of play. Man, what an effort.
Gavin Larger on for the extra point, the hold. Jace Palmer. The snap, the spot, the kick. It is good. 1 second to go in this ball game, and the Piqua Indians lead it 28-14. The Piqua Indians are about to win for the 3rd time this year. Meanwhile, the Fairborn Skyhawks are about to lose for the 3rd time this year. Great way to entertain the homecoming crowd. And I think the student section has already moved to get down there on the field as soon as possible. So as soon as the ball is touched, the clock will roll down to 0, and we will be about done. Gavin Larger comes out to do the booting. He'll kick it for the near hash mark. He'll be kicking left to right. Bill Neese is out and instructing his guys what he wants them to do. Even though he's got Fairborn doubled up at 28-14. So if you kick it off one of their guys, the clock starts and things will be done. This is just kind of pooched down. And they're going to try the old, who was that? Stanford?
I don't know.
But it didn't go very far.
There's no 14-point return play, so it didn't really matter what they did.
And that is it. The final score, Piqua 28 and Fairborn 14. We'll be back with the stats in this one and our final comments coming up after this break. You have been watching and listening to Piqua Indians football. They win it 28-14 over Fairborn on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation station.
Celebrating over there, so I think it's fine.
Back one last time to Alexander Stadium Perk Field as the Piqua Indians go to 3-4 on the season, 3-3 in the MDL Miami, as they beat the Fairborn Skyhawks on homecoming 28-14. Tom Michaels, Brian Gillespie with you here. It was the kind of game that you like to do. It was a very competitive game all the way through, and before it was all over with, the Piqua Indians were able to put that 28-14 edge on them. And my star of the game, once again, has to be Zayden Allen.
Oh, he's all over the field between offense and defense. I mean, he's gonna sleep well tonight. You know, after once his pulse goes down after that exciting win and that final touchdown, and he had a huge night running the ball. And he just plays consistent defense, had a fumble recovery. He was Johnny on the spot all night long. What a game. Definitely player of the game for the Piqua Indians tonight.
And you've got the stats there.
Actually, I'm awaiting the stats right now.
We are still awaiting the stats.
They
are on our way as we speak.
Okay, here we go. Piqua finished with 48 plays of offense. They racked up 268 yards. Our player of the game, Zayden Allen, what a night. 17 carries for 122 yards and 3 touchdowns. Debo Nisley, 19 carries for 55 yards. left the game a little bit early with an ankle, it looked like, or something along those lines. He looked okay on the sidelines towards the end of the game. He was cheering and chanting and stuff. John Hess, not bad night. 1 carry, 32-yard touchdown. I think you'll take that any time of the week. And his passing game was not necessary, was not desperately needed. 4 of 6 for Chris Davis for 57 yards and did have an interception. Defensively, shocker, Zayden Allen led the team in tackles with 9. And he had 1 tackle for a loss, and he also had that fumble recovery. For the Fairborn Skyhawks, they racked up a decent amount of yards. They had 275. They actually tallied the Piqua 275 to 268. They had 2 fumbles though and lost one of them in a key spot. Their rushing game, Rico Smith had 5 carries for 49 yards to lead them, and he also had 12 catches for 94 yards. Dalen Switzer put the ball in the air, which is probably a record for him. 30 passes tonight.
Jeez. 19
completions for 161 yards. Good punting night for Wesley Roller, 2 for 83. And Amari Bird led them with 8 tackles and a tackle for a loss. Scoring-wise, Zayden Allen got us started with a touchdown in the first quarter to make it 7-0. Second quarter, Caden Blakely came back and tied the game to 7-7 for Fairborn. And then it was, excuse me, I'm having a little issue here. I'll go back to my deal here. 13-yard Zayden Allen touchdown puts up 14-7 with 5:01 to go in the third. Lots of scoring in the fourth. Fairborn tied it at 14 with 9:23 to go with Caden Blakely from 4 yards out rush. And then John Hess with a 32-yard touchdown scamper with 5:11 to put Piqua up for good. And just for good measures, Zayden Allen had his game-clinching touchdown with 1 second on the clock to make it 28-14. What a night for Zayden Allen. Congratulations, young man.
And anything else? You want to do scores?
Yeah, we can do scores. We got some intense games going on. Tight game between Tip and Xenia. Tip currently leads 16-14 in the fourth quarter, but that thing is tight, and that's at Tip, so that's a heck of an effort by Xenia. Whether or not they come out on top still remains to be seen. They're in the fourth quarter. You had, let's see here, Greenville is up on Sydney late, 28-20 in the fourth quarter. So that one's coming down to it a little bit. Troy and Butler is a slow scoring affair. I don't think anybody scored in the second half. It is Troy. Troy might have had 1 touchdown. 17-6 in the fourth quarter. Looks like Troy's going to get away with a victory there.
All righty. Now coming up for us on WPTW tomorrow, Minnesota at Ohio State, 6 p.m. the pregame with a 7:30 kickoff on WPTW. Our kickoff countdown drops on Tuesdays at 98.1 WPTW.com and on our Facebook page. It's all brought to you by Arbogast Ford in Troy. Next week, Pickwood Stebbins, our 6:45 pregame on WPTW. And the next home game for Piqua will be in 2 weeks. That'll be senior night against Butler. We'll have that one on both radio and TV for you. Our radio sponsors include Arbogast Ford, Alley & Company, Morris Comfort Systems, Melcher Sowers Funeral Home, Piqua Battery, Smitty's Bicycle and Locksmith Services, Sunset Meats, Piqua Lumber, Family Farm and Home, Jameson and Yanezi Funeral Home, and Bushnell's Collision and Towing. So once again, final score here tonight on homecoming for the Piqua Indians, Piqua 28, Fairborn 14. Till we talk to you next week, for my broadcast partner, Brian Gillespie, for our TV producer, AJ Ganger, for our radio producer, Justin Phelan. My name is Tom Michaels. You've been listening and watching Piqua Indians football on 98.1 FM, 1570 WPTW, and the Indian Nation Station.